And when I first started buying Bitcoin, I was buying it at $9,500. But that's okay. I'll buy it at $95,000. And then I'll be buying it at $950,000. And when it gets to $950,000, there'll be some whiny person, a talking head on television, saying it looks overbought right now. It looks a little bit heated. We think it's going to trade down to 700,000. And they'll miss it. It'll go to 8 million. And they'll buy it at 8 million. And they will get Bitcoin at the price they deserve.
Despite recent price fluctuations, including Bitcoin briefly dipping below $65,000 on Tuesday, Michael Saylor, a prominent American entrepreneur and business executive, remains exceedingly bullish on the leading cryptocurrency. As a staunch Bitcoin maximalist, Saylor believes Bitcoin is on the brink of a transformative decade akin to a gold rush. He predicts that Bitcoin will shift from a marginalized asset to a staple in the portfolios of every individual investor, institution, sovereign fund, and nation-state worldwide. Saylor marks the beginning of this era with the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs in January, foreseeing its continuation until 2034 when 99% of Bitcoin's total supply will have been mined. Beyond that point, he anticipates intense competition for the remaining 1%, projecting significant price escalations that exceed current imagination. Recently, Saylor delivered a compelling presentation titled 21 Rules of Bitcoin at the 2024 Bitcoin Prague conference, where he outlined principles governing Bitcoin's dynamics, critiques, study patterns, and eventual adoption by investors. Saylor's journey with Bitcoin began about 7 years prior to his acquisition of over 177,000 Bitcoins for his personal portfolio in 2020. Initially critical of Bitcoin, as evidenced by a 2013 Twitter post likening it to online gambling, Saylor underwent a transformation fueled by thorough research. His change in stance culminated in purchasing Bitcoin at $99,500 per coin, with projections now suggesting potential prices as high as $8 million per Bitcoin in the future. Saylor's unwavering conviction in Bitcoin underscores its evolving significance in the global financial landscape. Before we continue with the rest of the video, do check out Daily 5-Minute Crypto Newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part is it's absolutely free. They'll cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 50,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
Bitcoin's powered by chaos. When you take your money and you put it in a bank and you save it in a fiat currency, you're loaning your money to a country. When you take your money and you buy a stock, you're loaning your money to the management team of a company. When you take your money and you buy a building, you're loaning your money to the mayor of a city. When you take your money and you buy a piece of art, you're loaning your money and investing your money in a culture. When you actually buy Bitcoin, you're loaning your money to the lords of entropy. You're loaning your money to the gods of chaos. What's the bet? The bet is that chaos will outperform cities, companies, countries, cultures. It's a profound idea. I place you in Europe before World War II. I give you a lot of money, and I give you a choice. You can buy any piece of land in any country. You can buy any building. You can own any company in Europe. You can own art in Europe. You can invest in the currencies and the bonds of Europe. Imagine I give you a choice of buying any asset in any nation that's about to be a combatant in World War II, or you can own the one bank in Switzerland that's going to hold all the money of all the combatants. And you see, if you own that Swiss bank, and everybody puts their money in the bank, and the war comes, chaos comes. And the war is a metaphor for chaos and entropy accelerated in 4 years. What you realize is every building is risky. It may be blown up. Every company will probably collapse. Any piece of land may or may not have value. The rents and the rental contracts will probably be torn up. The currencies will all collapse. And in fact, the more chaos, the more destruction and devastation, the more valuable that one bank. In fact, if everybody puts their money in the bank and they all kill each other, the bank keeps the money. And it's a very profound idea. Are you in the business of benefiting from chaos, or are you in the business of attempting to stop it? And the law of thermodynamics says you can't stop entropy, right? The more confused a government is, the more inefficient the mayor is, the more inefficient and competitive a corporation's market environment is, the more chaos and the more change in the culture, the worse all those other investments are, and the better the Bitcoin investment is. Bitcoin is powered by chaos. It's going to continually outperform everything else because the one truth in the universe is that entropy goes in one direction, chaos will continue. Bitcoin will protect you, but Bitcoin won't protect you if you don't wear the armor. You have to suit up.
According to Saylor, Bitcoin serves as the sole shield against the turmoil caused by reckless government borrowing, unchecked money printing, and the continuous devaluation of fiat currencies. However, he emphasizes that achieving complete protection requires more than just Bitcoin. It necessitates a comprehensive strategy akin to a full body suit. Saylor elaborates that achieving full Bitcoin protection involves educating oneself about Bitcoin, dedicating a significant portion of one's portfolio to it, and ensuring complete control over one's keys and coins. Merely allocating a percentage of one's portfolio to Bitcoin while holding other assets like bonds, stocks, or fiat currencies, which are prone to depreciation, is insufficient. Saylor underscores this point with his bold prediction of an $8 million valuation for Bitcoin. Here are additional excerpts from his presentation.
The network has to be durable. The network has to be decentralized. The network has to be ethical. But if you find an economically sound, technically sound, ethically sound crypto network, of which we have one called Bitcoin, then the possession of the keys is ownership of the thing. Everything else you have in your life, you own at the pleasure of someone more powerful than you. Whether it's the mayor, the governor, the nation state, the corporation, you know, it could be anything or anyone. You think you own it, you have it until it's taken away. It'll be taken away from you by expropriation, by taxation. Maybe it'll be taken away from you by regulation. And in the absence of all those things, it'll be taken away from you by the passage of time, entropy and chaos. Except this thing. This is the thing that if you own this, the passage of time only makes it more valuable. Chaos only makes it more valuable. Nobody on earth can take it away from you. It's the first thing in human history you can own. It redefines the principle of property. Rule 8, everybody gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. You know, the decision to buy Bitcoin is an act of humility. It's when you can overcome your fear, your uncertainty, your doubt. It's a moment of clarity and courage. Courage to overcome the FUD. Clarity when you realize that you need to break with your convention, with your ceremony, with your rituals, with all of your history. And when you finally see things clearly, and when you finally overcome that fear, you'll buy it. In December of 2013, I looked at it and I tweeted, you know, Bitcoin's days are numbered. It'll probably go the way of online gambling. Big mistake. Bitcoin was $892. Okay? I got the price I deserved. And when I first started buying Bitcoin, I was buying it at $9,500. But that's okay. I'll buy it at $95,000. And then I'll be buying it at $950,000. And when it gets to $950,000, there'll be some whiny person, a talking head on television, saying it looks overbought right now. It looks a little bit heated. We think it's going to trade down to 700,000. And they'll miss it. It'll go to 8 million. And they'll buy it at 8 million. And they will get Bitcoin at the price they deserve.
Similar to Michael Saylor, Raoul co-founder and CEO of Real Vision and global macro investor, remains undeterred by recent price fluctuations in the cryptocurrency market. Powell is confident that crypto asset prices will climb substantially before the current cycle concludes in 2025. In a recent Twitter post, the renowned macro analyst expressed optimism for Solana, his top pick for the 2024 and 2025 crypto bull market, outlining a timeframe for the anticipated banana zone to commence. Powell defines the banana zone as a pivotal phase in every cryptocurrency bull market characterized by significant price increases due to shifting liquidity conditions. He predicts that during this phase, Solana will outperform both Bitcoin and Ethereum, with the latter surpassing the former in terms of market cap growth. Recently, Powell retweeted insights from Julian Blee, head of macro research at Global Macro Investor, regarding Bitcoin's price movements, noting their typical patterns around halving events. Blee's comments elucidate the stages of a crypto bull market: an initial surge followed by corrections, periods of consolidation, and renewed bullish momentum. This pattern culminates in what Blee describes as the banana zone, a period of accelerated growth. Powell's and Blee's perspectives underscore the cyclical nature and potential future trajectories of cryptocurrency markets. Feel free to share your thoughts on Michael Saylor's presentation and Raoul Powell's tweets in the comments section below. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these two awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.